Rasmus is een jongen die mij altijd nauw aan het hart ligt, die ik altijd ben blijven volgen. Ik zal hem ook altijd blijven volgen. En misschien ooit een dag beginnen we samen iets of zo, want ik heb altijd wel graag dat er zo'n jongen aan mijn schenen zit te stampen om mij uit te dagen. Vind ik altijd schitterend.
Have I found my style already? I don't think so. Like, I'm only 24 years old. I've not been in the kitchen that long actually. So I'm still finding my way. I would say that I have found my philosophy more. So it's more that I have the base idea, the concept of how I want to present it, but just to find a way on how to present it, I haven't really found yet.
The concept of the entire place is a home of design. My aim is to bring design to as many as people as possible, so we have 2 restaurants and one of them is Benz. Why Rasmus? He came across our path and we liked him and we liked his food, and of course we asked around and we discovered he's really something else. And then we gave him the opportunity to step into the concept and to develop this with us.
The starter is Dutch shrimps, which we marinated some zeebarktoorn oil, and then we drizzle some reduced syrup, like a stock that we reduce super heavy. So it's very umami rich of the peels of the shrimp, so we use the whole shrimps. And then we garnish it with some fried shrimp heads, some salty and bitter herbs, and then we finalize it with some Dutch beltknollen, which we grate on top, which is aged in some wildflowers and herbs. And my concept is trying to be minimalistic with the dishes and what we are playing on the dish. We want it just to be a few components, like with all the new Nordic chefs and the way they are cooking, we want to implement it here. Sourcing for the ingredients is, it's a bit of a challenge. Like a lot of it we can find here, like all the meats and stuff we use from the region basically. But all these specialty items and especially stuff that you find in the wild basically, so foraging is a bit different down here actually.
No, I think the importance with people like Ari and then like the food force is keep nature as wild as possible, because the country of the Netherlands is so man-made in a way.
It's a big thing back home, like you can find people who forage for you mushrooms, flowers very easily, but down here I think that's the main issue that we're having now.
Get like very specific items which is growing and blooming at that certain moment at its like the ripest point and the best point, and just have it on the menu for maybe a week, a day, but just give that guest that very limited edition to having this super ripe berry. Example like the yellow raspberry that we just had. Yeah, for me that was the first time eating something ripe as that, and it was so much floral tones than just a normal red raspberry as a normal consumer would buy. Oh,
what we are doing now is see what does he need and what does he wish. And now a lot of wild herbs and stuff are already growing here, but the quantities are not so many yet. So then we can rebreed them, make more of them, or buy seeds, so that the really nice things grow here, which are really usable by the cook.
It looks like slow berries, no? I think.
It's a good work in progress, so it's maybe that we're missing stuff this year, but for next year we're able to work more closely with them. So for next year and next seasons we are hopefully and happily getting new items.
Food forest is a way to grow food, but instead of destroying the soil, you're actually rebuild the soil. So instead of making it poorer, you're only making it richer. And for me, that's really important, because in that way you can always grow food in the future instead of just having an empty desert to end with.
My vision on how to create a dish and how I create a dish, I think I start off with a season, what I know is available, and then what I have tried, what I like, what I have fond memories about. Kalles caviar, which is a typical Swedish spread for your morning sandwich, you know. Not everybody likes it, but we maybe do something similar to Kalles caviar, but with real cod roe, like make a bodaga of it and grate it on something. And so we try to find fond memories that I have and then try to implement them in a fine dining setting. We have lingonberries for everything in Sweden, so we try to use lingonberries a bit here, but not the typical way of presenting the lingonberries. So we try to find different combinations. Like I want to use lingonberries in a dessert, like a lingonberry sorbet or something. I still love the Dutch cuisine, but we try to just bring something new, try to just challenge ourselves, you know. It's been hard, but people are interested, they're intrigued to see what we're doing because it's completely different what they're used to, and it's completely different what is already in Eindhoven. So the main course that we're going to show you is a piece of double Dutch beef. So it's a very sustainable cow that we were happy to find. And then we're going to use some celeriac, a celeriac ragu that we infuse with bone marrow. And then a jouw of the bones of the cow and some lingonberries on the side. What happened in Antwerp? Well, I was a student. We were able to apply for a 6-month exchange student program. So I was picked to go to Kommelfu actually. Never heard of the place, but I really wanted to go at a Michelin star. Being there young, scared, you know, watching videos on YouTube where everybody's screaming and hearing the bad stories of the chefs in the kitchen.
Het is altijd leuk om jonge stagiaires bij ons te krijgen, want in het begin komen ze eraan een beetje schuchter, een beetje schrik. Maar we proberen ze altijd een beetje op hun gemak te stellen. Dat wij ook maar gewoon mensen zijn. Het is niet omdat we Michelinster hebben of geen Michelinster hebben. We zijn gewoon lekker aan het koken. En je ziet ze na een dag of 2 beginnen ze zo wat meer vertrouwen te krijgen. En dan is het juist aan ons om ze open te laten bloeien, ze veel vertrouwen geven. Iedere keer een stapje hoger te zetten van nu doe je dit, nu doe je dat. Uit te leggen waarom. Dat ze vooral het hele proces begrijpen. Dat is belangrijk. Je moet ze niet gewoon maar een taak geven, maar ook uitleggen waarom dat ze dat doen en hoe wat dat ze aan het doen zijn in het gerecht gaat passen en wat de functie ervan is. Dan hebben ze daar een overzicht over.
How I feel coming back to Antwerp and to Kommelfu after 5 years is a bit surreal actually. It's where it all started basically, like the proper culinary career of mine.
Mijn visie is om chef te worden, dus zoals een boek te lezen. Eerst je doet het boek open, je begint te lezen. Dat heeft hij gedaan. Hij heeft bij mij gewerkt, Geranium gewerkt, nog andere restaurants gewerkt. Hij heeft die boek gelezen. Nu begint hij als chef. Dus nu gaat hem van het boek dat hij gelezen heeft bepaalde dingen maken. Dat is zijn inspiratie. Maar met de tijd gaat hij geleidelijk aan dingen veranderen aan wat hij geleerd heeft. En dat is zijn ontwikkelingsproces. Dus op een gegeven moment gaat hij zeggen, nu doe ik die boek toe. Ik doe een nieuwe boek open die volledig blanco is en dat is zijn boek. En die gaat hij schrijven. En die ga ik later lezen.
The time at Kommelfu really opened my eyes on the Michelin star, like the fine dining concept, and set my goals where I want to go in life. I flew down to Copenhagen and started at Uranium as a stagiaire, which was overwhelming. Like starting as a stage there at 20, 21, I think I was. That was incredible. I was very questionable and asking a lot and being curious in a different way, and definitely a lot shyer, I think, towards people. I was offered to stay there as a full-time chef de partie. I was there when we got the 3-star for the first time. It was just seeing that energy, like everybody's working so great together, like in a great big team. So that was like the team aspect of it was so enjoyable doing it, and then being able to work closely with someone like Rasmus and seeing how he's developed dishes and how he's plating the dishes and his way of doing it, you really get an insight of how these things are made and how he's thinking a bit, and then you try to implement a bit like into your own way, and like it's all the experiences are good experience, so it was just a great fun to be there. The dessert, super simple. Only 3 components on it actually.
5 minutes from work, bike over here, grab some raw milk straight from the tank, which is the milk from that day, which is something that we like to do.
We use Lemon-Thyme Ice Cream, and then it's like a sauce of carrot and then crispy carrots on top. We just find that combination to work so well. It's such a flavor bomb, but it's so subtle. It's not complex, it's just a very rich dessert, but it looks so simple. What my future plan and how my future looks in 10 years, I really hate those questions because I just do day by day. No, I'm pretty sure that everything is going to be fine with like the year that's coming. I just want to take it by the day, you know. But yeah, I think I'm still going to be in the kitchen in some way.
We have 5 tables, 15 guests. 14. 14 guests on 5 tables, so it's like a half-full restaurant, so it's not bad, not good, but it's nice. It's like a solid evening still.
Yeah, the fears, like of course, we want a fully booked restaurant all days of the week, but we're a new restaurant. The name is not out there yet, and with this nominee, we're hoping to get that response and have that fully booked restaurant for months of coming. But yeah, we're growing slowly. We're just a small sprout now, growing into a flower. So time will see. It's so hard to say those things, I think. But yeah, it's just now it's vacation times and stuff. But yeah, time will see. Time will see. How I'm trying to find my way, and I just think it's something that will click by itself with time. So it's basically just be able to enjoy and have the passion for what you're doing first most, and then someday it will like be a eureka moment, and you will, no, this is me. This is how I want to present it. So I'm never proud of what I'm doing. I'm always trying to push myself. Like there's always something that I can make better. So yeah,